All right, guys, so I'm back. So I wanted to start the Instagram over because I see you guys commenting on the post, but you guys are not coming live to have this discussion. And so let me go back over some of these comments because some new comments on the post. Let's see, a lot of y'all new to me. We could have a whole live conversation. I don't care. I'm not in my feelings. I was taught by a mom and dad told me to work hard and never settle for what a person can pay me. I don't know where y'all in this mind frame that they have to pay you what you worth. No, they don't. Go to a company that will pay you what y'all worth. That's what y'all not getting. You're worried about a company paying you a living wage. That's not that company's responsibility. It's your responsibility to make sure you're getting paid a livable wage. Guys, we are in this entitlement phase in society. And this shows based on the comments. You guys are not entitled for no company to pay you nothing. That's what you guys don't understand. Now, if nobody show up to work for that company, okay, the business owner is the one that's out, right? But that does not mean that the business owner is required to pay you this. No, and I don't think the state should be required to be imposing that on people. Now, I do like the fact that they did give a minimum amount so nobody won't be treated as slaves. But who would accept that? Who told you to accept that? So yeah, for all of you guys that's just coming in, if you commented on my post, come and talk to me. Oh, come and talk to me. What I needed. Okay, sorry guys. So let me read the comment. So Ms. Rhonda said, let me share the screen. And see, guys, you have to understand why I'm doing this. Let me give you some context. You know why I'm having this discussion with you guys? And I want some of you guys to come in and grill me. You removed your comment? Oh, no. Hey. Oh, who removed your comment? I won't remove no comments. So let me tell you why I want to have this discussion with you guys. And I hope my team break this out. And I hope it rattles your feathers. Because I want you guys to live your best life, not the scamming life. I want you guys to be happy. I want you guys to be purpose-filled. I want you guys to be feeling happy, wake up happy every day. I want you guys to enjoy what you do. I don't want you guys to pinch pennies forever. You know what I mean? Like when you hustling, the first few years might be tough because you're in your sacrificial mode, right? But after that, it's abundance, right? That's what I want from you. You know, why are you settling? So that's basically what is all this for? Because if you're focused on the minimum wage, you're settling. You're settling if you're focused on them increasing the minimum wage. You're settling. Your focus should be getting what you're worth, which should be about whatever that is. $30 an hour, $45 an hour. Post your comment in the post, in the video, Rhonda. So let me read the comment, guys. I'm about to share my video. Just wanted to give you guys some context that I want you guys to strive for greatness. I want you guys to be your best. I want you guys to make the most money that you want. If you only want to make 50,000, I'm okay with that. If you only want to make $1 million, I'm okay with that. If you say, Folasade, I want to make 30 million, I want you to make that. I don't want nobody to be poor. I don't want nobody to be struggling. Like literally, I'm tired of it. I'm tired of the excuses because a lot of you guys have so much skills and knowledge and talents that you're not maximizing. Okay, so, oh no, it's on there, Rhonda. Rhonda said, my customer service is impeccable. I'm worth it. I'm a senior, 66, and I have been in management for over 30 years, but not now. It's a different breed out here. You pay for what I give, which is excellence. And see, that's how your mind frame should be. But I guarantee you that with that excellent mindset, she didn't get stuck being a cashier. I'm just going to be honest. Now, somebody commented and said on one of the posts said, well, what if you like customer service? There's a whole different layer to customer service. You don't have to be a cashier and provide customer service. You could be an accounting firm and provide customer service. You could be in a doctor's office and provide customer service. You can be anywhere because all of these businesses need customer service providers. But do you have to be at or settle for the customer service job that only pay you $15 an hour? No. Or could you strive to be the best customer service rep and then be able to go and get $50 an hour or $30 an hour from another company. That's what I was saying. But you guys took my whole little post. I took it all out of context, because y'all focused on the government imposing an amount on businesses. Why do we have to have control? Why we can't show what we're worth and the value that we bring? So Edward, one of my fellow accountants, he said, agreed, but only business owners will understand. And I think the reason why he said that is because we know the margins. We know what we can afford to pay you guys. The average small business owner is not underpaying you guys because that's their choosing. That might be all that they can afford. You guys don't know what the numbers say or what it takes. Okay, so the next comment said, I think I talked about the inflation. She's speaking facts. It's another comment. Hold on, I thought I saw another comment. Oh my gosh, I hate reading long comments, y'all. So if you post a real long comment, I really hate reading it, but I'll read it. Okay, so anybody that have anything to say about what I talked about, my video, I'm here and I'm about to get off because I need to put my babies down. So Corinne said, it used to be the term livable wage, minimum wage didn't come until later. And if it wasn't for inflation, then we would raise wages based on education or experience rather than necessity. The only point you are accurate about is moving jobs due to lack of promotion or effort for a higher salary. But some of us, yeah, you can join the live. Give me a second. But some of us are happy in customer service and shop interaction. Okay. Don't try to use the excuse of teenager job. Oh, that's what offended you guys when I said teenager job. Don't try to use excuse of teenager jobs to defend the BS, the BS pay. And even people doing the minimum in their job is a reflection of how much work is being needed, not being reflected in the paycheck. That is a lie. So I'm gonna I'll let you come on. Give me a second, Rhonda, while I finish up this. Go ahead and post your request. Send your request. Let me see. Go live. Send me a request. Okay, so let me just answer this. And I think I already answered the question. So first of all, like I said, inflation is just something we came up with. Okay. Number one, if you guys think about it, we're talking tooth and nail simply because one, jobs are paid based on experience and education. It is the ones that requires a certain skill set that's required for that job. Now, any job that doesn't require a certain type of licensing or something like that, then they may not require a certain skill set. I don't know what's going on. It's coming wrong. Okay. Hey, how are you?
Hi, I'm good. How are you?
Yes, I'm good.
Good. Well, I wanted to say what I commented that somehow Instagram flagged my comment and took it down. So I was I still am a federal employee. When we had the first government shutdown, it was kind of like, okay, somebody was like, oh, it happens, don't worry about it. When the second one came and it lasted for 2 months, it really messed me up. Like finances it got to the point where car companies didn't even want like the letter that they gave us, like we're going to get paid. They didn't want that. They didn't care. They wanted their money, and I made okay money, but something said you need to put yourself in a position where nobody can dictate to you your pay and when you're going to get paid. So, and I posted that and they flagged it.
Wow.
So,
wow.
Obviously, there is something going on, and I think a lot of us need to really wake up and figure out another way.
Yeah.
And do whatever we can to succeed and share it with other people, because if not, they're going to dictate whatever they want to give us. That's what they're going to give us.
Exactly. And see, that's what I wanted people to understand, is that they have a right to just give you what they want to give you. That doesn't mean you have to accept it, guys. Don't accept the bare minimum. But see, also but you cannot be the person that's doing the bare minimum and then expect more either, because they also, if you're especially looking at it from a small business perspective, we have margins that we have to meet. So we need you to do a little extra so we can bring in more clients. Like, we gotta really be realistic right now. And I love the fact that you didn't allow the government to force to take control over your finances. You said, okay, nah, hold on. Let me adjust and look at and see. But see, that's what I wanted. I wanted, when the shutdown happened, I wanted you guys to start your businesses and stuff. You can do the government stuff on the side and do everything on the side. And I have a lot of clients that transition from in government to now actually a contractor of that same department.
Yes. Leveraging is basically leveraging the income that they give. You know, okay, we're going to pay you this amount. Okay, what can I do? Where can I sacrifice and cut? Where can I save? You know, especially those that are out there that are federal that don't even really know. We have a savings plan. Take advantage of that savings plan. You know, people don't realize opening 401ks and opening the insurance. You know, you go and you get the life-term insurance. Use that to your benefit, because you can draw, and then the money and interest you pay back, you're paying yourself back twice. Yes. Because you got to keep your initial payment plus your benefit. Yep.
And so basically what she's saying, guys, was that once you change your mindset, because you guys are in a mindset, we have a mindset issues right now. Once your mindset shift and you get on where she is with the concept that she's going with, you're going to open up so many opportunities. You're going to realize, oh my God, I sat home and I made my whole salary. I didn't leave my house. I didn't pay for gas. I didn't do this. I didn't do that. If I just replicate this, I can continue to make more and more or get comfortable with that. And that's fine with me. But what I don't want you guys to do is worry about what a company can pay you at a minimum. What you need to be worried about is what they can pay you at a maximum. Okay, this is what I'm worth. Can you pay me $50 an hour? And if they cannot, go to another company. They can't, go to another company. But then if about 5 companies deny you, you got to now ask yourself, what skill set am I missing right now between all these companies that I didn't have? And if you were me, I would email each one of them. Hey, I know that I didn't get the job, but I was wondering, what exactly were you guys looking for that I didn't possess? So I can now go get that skill set or go get that certificate. That's just how I always was. So I don't understand, I don't get the mind frame of people today. Like, we get stuck. Like, now it's okay if you get stuck at your good government job, but just be mindful. Like she said, it can come to a halt and you can be stuck.
Yep. And I just wanted to chime in on what you were saying about getting a certificate. I'm blessed to be in a position and be in a place where they are doing like tuition reimbursement or the pay for your classes. A lot of other people, they don't realize, look into your job. Like, I know AT&T has a program where they will pay for their employees to go back to school, and you can take whatever you want. Some of these jobs have programs and they don't say anything because that's money they're actually pushing out.
They're called fringe benefits. I said it in my last live stream. You touch on a lot, girl. Yes. So they're fringe benefits. What she's saying is that she's gotten her certificate from her job. You guys can do the same thing. You're working for these big companies. She said AT&T has a program and they're paying for certificates. Go and get it. They get tax write-offs for your tuition assistance. Go and get them. But guess what? I bet it wasn't a lot of people in the program.
See? I barely found out. And I was shocked. I started telling everybody because I feel like people should at least know. That way, if they say they didn't do this or accomplish this, it's really on them. Because if they put it out there, it's for you to take advantage of. And you got to sacrifice time, and you got to put you first to get to where you want to be in the future.
Yeah. Yes. Oh, I'm so glad you chimed in, guys, because you didn't take my message out of context. You took it exactly what I wanted. Get a certificate. And it don't have to be a paid program, guys. Just Google your way. You guys have it so much easier than me, than what I had. Man, if I started my firm with the same information I had, with the resources y'all have today, I will already be rich in 2 years. But because I had to go through the trenches, because times were different then, you guys have it easy and don't get stuck. I'm so proud of you. Please keep telling people that.
I want to let people know there are ways. You just got to find and search. I'm so grateful for social media because a lot of information that the younger generations are getting. When I was in school, that information wasn't out there.
It wasn't.
And if people feel hopeless or they're really struggling, like I understand. At one point, even though I was a federal employee, I was living out of my car. I live in California. It's expensive out here. I had a nice apartment, but things happened and I ended up having to live out of my car for a while. So don't think that, don't be hopeless. Take advantage, find your way, ask people. I was able, how I went back to school also to get my certificate as well is when I got my tax money back, I told myself, stop blowing your tax money.
Thank you.
Investing in yourself. What do you want to do? What do you like to do? I love nails since I was a kid. My mama wouldn't pay for me to go to school. My grandpa wouldn't pay for me to go to school. I said, well, how am I get this money? You know what? If I got to do a little, get some extra money, I'll do that. When I got my taxes, I signed up for school and I got my certificate.
You see?
Sacrifice.
You see?
Put yourself. Find a way. You can do it.
Guys, every level of success that you guys want, even just the first good job, the first certificate, it's going to require some level of sacrifice. Yes. And see, that's where you guys maybe get offended with me, is because I'm not going to allow you to take excuses. I'm the accountability accountant. That's my actual trademark. I'm going to hold you accountable to your BS if you're not doing the research, you're not doing the work, and it's not as hard as you guys think it is now. You guys, I remember when I was in school, I had to go to school. I had to drive from my home to my school. We didn't have virtual.
Right.
Now y'all are getting degrees in your home and can make 6 figures in your home, can make millions in your home. Stop making excuses. Oh my gosh. Thank you. What's your name? You said Rhonda?
No, my name is Jasmine.
Jasmine, okay.
Yes.
Okay. Well, thank you for tuning in, Jasmine. I appreciate you, Mama.
Yes, thank you.
Yes.
And I appreciate you. I'm so glad I came across your page on Instagram. Like I said, I've learned a lot through others sharing their knowledge. And especially us as brown-skinned people, we need to help each other. We need to take advantage of each other, hold each other by the hand to a certain point, because I'm going to have to let you go so I can keep going. But yes, we got to help each other.
Yes, we do. Oh my goodness. I appreciate you, Jasmine. You having an amazing night, guys. And dude, like she said, I used my tax refund to start my company, guys. The first 3 years, guys, I was getting earned income tax credit. I told you guys my story. I was getting an earned income tax credit and putting it back in the company. And yeah. So, Jasmine, I appreciate you. You have an amazing night, okay?
Bye. Bye, good night.
Good night. All right, guys. So I'm going to be winding down. I think it was one more question that you guys have. I think a lot of you guys are you're confusing your requirement to sustain a livable wage. This is why I wish a lot of you guys had a mother like my mother. She flat out told me, Sade, the government take care of fools and babies, meaning like people with disabilities and all that stuff. Not to call them a fool, but you know what I mean? She always said, government take care of fools and babies. And you're not one of them. So the government is not going to take care of you. So don't look at the government for you to feed you, to clothe you, to house you. Go out. You can be anything you want to be. Now we've already gotten past all of this, slavery, right? All of that segregation, all that. You can do anything you put your mind to. I wish you guys had a mother that like encouraged you, and a sister like I had that encouraged you to be your very best, because you guys wouldn't even chime in into my topics like that so negatively about yourself, because it's not a reflection of me, okay? It's a reflection of yourself, because what you're saying to me is that you're okay accepting what someone is willing to give you. Now, if you are a teacher, that's different, because a lot of teachers sacrifice because they actually is a whole nother purpose behind teaching. You know what I mean? There's a whole different purpose. So a lot of them still sacrifice for it. So we're not talking about those purpose-driven type of positions. We're talking about the ones where you guys can just be easily replaced. And that's cashier, that's customer service. You guys seeing it happening. And so don't shoot the messenger now. Okay. All right. So one more question. So Ron said, what about the unemployment fraud? Do you think the government's still going out to the people who stole money? Yes. So what's happening is they're collecting data, guys. And this is one thing that I wanted to talk about. My kids probably happy I'm still live streaming. They running behind. Right now, the government is collecting data. So they're not going to, maybe from up until maybe January of 2024 is when you're going to see a lot more investigations happen. And here's why. And I mentioned this in 2020 and in 2021. And so I'm going to have my team replay that over the video when they chop this piece out. So the reason why they're going to now end up coming after everybody again, they've slowed down for unemployment and the PPP and all that stuff, is because they're waiting for your data. They're waiting for you guys to file this tax return right now, this 2022 tax return. They're waiting to see what your income is, if you have that business, what you filed, was it legitimate? They're waiting to see what you guys filed. So the IRS is just now starting to process some of the 2022 returns. So now it's going to be hit in different departments for audit purposes and things like that. And so the state will then request information from the IRS regarding the reporting of unemployment and things like that. So right now, the states and the IRS is communicating and they're collecting data. So yes, a lot more unemployment scams, a lot of more unemployment offenders will be prosecuted, and a lot more PPP and those ERC, and also the employee sick pay as well. What they're doing, they're just collecting data. So while you guys are filing returns, they're pulling your data. Okay. And then also be mindful that if you did get the PPP and you ended up getting it forgiven and you know you wasn't supposed to get it, the IRS is looking to you to pay tax on that amount that was forgiven. So they're also looking to see who was going to have that PPP forgiveness amount included in their tax returns this year, and also who's not filing tax returns with their businesses on there. Now, for the unemployment, right? The reason why they're waiting for your paperwork is because, remember, you had to have no income or a limited amount of income through a specified period. Okay, so based on your tax return, remember, as an accountant, we do a lot of estimates, and all they have to do, and we do a lot of sampling, okay? So all they have to do is just do a sample of your tax return. So here's the zero calculator, right? So let's say, for example, your W-2 say 50,000. Right? All right. So what they will end up easily doing is, normally when we file your unemployment reports with the company, it don't normally have the hourly rate, but it does have your wages per quarter. So all they have to do, and the reason why I know this, guys, is because I process payroll. I have a payroll company. So when they process the payroll, all they have to do, when we process the payroll, we tell them your social security number. So all unemployment have to do is go into the database, put your social security number, and pull the wages that was paid per quarter. So now let's say this 50,000. And so let's say divided by 4 quarters, that means you made on average $12,500 per quarter. So all they have to do now is pull up your job's unemployment record that was filed for the quarter, and then match that to what you reported. And once they match that, then y'all done, because they already have proof that you were still actively working. And then they also have proof that the amount that you reported to them was incorrect and actually you were making more money. So each state and federal agency right now is just collecting you guys' data right now, so they can now continue auditing and also sending notices and things like that. Okay, so yes, Ron, they are going to continue auditing unemployment claims and PPP, ERC, and employee sick leave. It's just that right now they're collecting data. All your tax returns have something significant on there that they need to match to their systems. And once they have it, boom, you're done. They can send you the paperwork, the indictment, send it to the Department of Justice and everything else that they want to do at that point. Okay? All right, guys. I love you guys so much. Do you guys have any questions? Oh, I'm going to have to probably talk about that another day. Do you guys have any questions at all? Because I think I'm going live too long now before we go. But that was a good question, Ron. And my voice, I feel like I sound like a Okay, guys, I'm about to close out tonight's show. I hope you guys enjoyed. And please be mindful if you guys have any ill feelings, ill will, or want to write paragraphs on my content. I'd rather for us to go live. Like, honestly, it's like 2 big paragraphs on that. On my post. I still haven't read it. It's too long. I'm not in the office. I'm not going to read those long posts. So when you guys see me and you have something that you want to tell me, you want to beat me up, you got something mean to say, I'd hurt your feelings, you didn't like me today, that's fine. You can come and do a live stream with me and we can talk about it, okay? But guys, I want to let you know I love you guys so much. And everything that I tell you guys is either pre-warning, preparation, or just me trying to wisen up you guys to do your absolute best. And don't ever settle and think that you can't be exactly what you dream of, because I know ultimately many of you that aren't where you want to be, you have that thought in your mind. Dang, I wish I could do this. Dang, I wish I would have went back to school. Oh, dang, I wish I could shop. Oh, dang, I wish I could do that. Those dangs is your motivation. That is how God reminds you to keep working. That is how God reminds you to keep pushing, that you can do it. Don't neglect your vision. So he's using however way he possibly can, all your wants, all your desires, to trigger you to move and take action. But you then think negative about it and not think, oh, well, dang, yeah, I did want to do this. Well, let me go do this. You know, I really believe that when you guys are really slacking, that thought that, oh, I wish I could, or I want to be, or this, is God reminding you of who you actually could be. Because all of us could be great in our own way. And your greatness is not my greatness or your cousin's greatness or your friend's greatness or anybody you see on Instagram. That's what we all have this issue at. You guys trying to do everything everybody else way instead of really looking at yourself and saying, dang, I'm not doing my best. Oh, dang, I'm not trying. Oh, dang, I did procrastinate at that job. Oh, dang, I didn't take advantage of this opportunity. But you guys want to come on and tell me? You're welcome. You guys want to come and tell me that I don't know what I'm talking about? Guys, I've been doing this for over 2 decades now. I've been around and I've been through the trenches and I've been back. I sacrificed my whole life. I've been without food. I've been without water. I've been without a roof over my head. I've been evicted from 10 homes straight in my life. I've suffered. So I'm telling you guys from my personal suffrage that you can be amazing if you put your mind to it and use those thoughts of what you want to push you to be great. Don't settle for whatever definition somebody have of yourself. Because see, my little ones, they won't settle for nothing that you guys say about them. So you shouldn't be settling for nothing. If your mother didn't tell you, I'm telling you today, you are amazing. You are the best. You just haven't realized it yet. And you haven't really accepted that you can make money from your skills. And let me be honest with you guys. If you draw, if you paint, look at this. This is my little stupid drawing. When I did my art proof, me and the kids was painting one day. I did my art proof class 2 years ago, whatever, right? And I decided to paint this or whatever. If you are really a painter, you don't need to be in a museum. Instagram is your museum. Your GoDaddy website, your WordPress website is your media and your gallery. Guys, stop accepting the bare minimum because you're not actually looking and putting forth the effort that you guys need. We are in a time where all of you guys can do exactly what you want. Look at people now. You have wives and stay-at-home moms that are making money on Instagram, money on YouTube, just recording their life, and they don't have to leave their house to make money. God did this for a reason. But all of you guys are using this social media for negativity. God made this for a reason, guys. This is a full blessing for all of you. But you guys are sitting and you posting porn and shaking and twerking and baby mama pookie drama. You doing all of this, not even looking at the biggest blessing that God have bestowed upon this generation in years, in centuries. You guys are supposed to be sitting there thanking Zuckerberg, thanking the Instagram creator because they gave you a free platform to the world. But instead, guess what you guys are doing? You coming up here bashing people like myself that's trying to serve my purpose and do my part that God told me to do was to push you guys. This is my purpose. When are you going to go out and do your purpose? My purpose is to push you to greatness and make sure your money is in tip-top shape. I'm doing mine on this social media that God blessed us with through Mark Zuckerberg and through whoever original creators of these platforms. But you guys are looking at porn and all of this nonsense. If you sew, you could come right on Instagram and teach us how to sew. If you are good at calculating numbers easily through your brain, come up with a system and then you can teach us how to calculate numbers in our brain fast. God have created this platform for each and every one of you guys to live in your full skin, in your full self, and be happy and make as much money as you possibly can make. But instead, you guys are on here being derogatory and degrading and sleeping with everybody and not respecting yourself and only fans. Now, I don't think God created that. I don't think he created that. No. Because if you're a teacher, you can be able to do social media and still make the same amount of money. You can create courses or curriculums for stay-at-home moms or for people that want to be able to help their kids learn extra in the evening time. Stop it, guys. There's no reason why all of you are not where you want to be, or at least, well, it's no excuse as to none of you not working towards where you want to be. And you guys have the opportunity to be exactly who you are. If you like braiding hair, you can teach us how to braid hair on social media and teach us classes and make money. If you like to decorate, you see the other women, if you are good with parenting, you can do that. When are you guys are going to stop accepting no and realize that these platforms was created so we will no longer be in a chokehold? You think this amazing platforms that can connect everybody across the world, God created for you guys to do what you're doing on social media? Or did he give Zuckerberg and all of them the inclination to create it so we can be financially free, independent, loving, be exactly who we are, or be exactly who we want to be? You guys are, and I hate to say this because you guys are, it's a disgrace. I'm not perfect, and I'm far from it. Y'all see me if I get to go out. Y'all see me. Look, I'm real down to earth. Like I've been through the trenches, guys. If you know my story, grew up in the hood, the typical little. I partied. I was a party monster. My story is there. I had fun. Okay, but I also don't want you guys to make the same mistakes that I made. But then I also want you guys to just strive to have that mindset that I had as well, where it's though nobody's going to tell me no. And so just to give you some context before we leave, when I first got pregnant, I was still working with my dad in his firm. My dad is an accountant too in the area. And so I told my dad, I said, Dad, I'm starting my family. I need to be really getting a salary because at this point, I wasn't really getting a salary, right? I was just working with him, really learning the business. And I said, Dad, I know it's a lot to eggs, but let's do 40-40 split. You get 40%, I get 40%, and the company keep 20%. And in about 15 years, this was 11 years ago, 12 years ago. And in 15 years, I will retire you. I will completely be your full responsibility. I will send you money every month, everything. My dad, typical Nigerian father, said, Shade, you find your own way. You build your own business. And I did that. So I left there, my little pregnant belly, and I started my company 2 weeks later. When he said no, he won't be able to pay me a living wage, that he won't split his business with me and allow me to retire him and allow me to hustle to build that company, did I say, okay, I'll just stay and accept it? No, I said, okay. I went home. I prayed and prayed and prayed. God told me to start my own company. I told my dad, I got to start my own company. It's been 12 years and I'm not looking back. Now, you guys may not be able to just quit your job like I did, right? But you can start working on your dream like I did. You don't have to accept the pennies that nobody's going to pay you. But you also have to have a skill set that can command the pay that you're requesting. The government is not required to pay you a livable wage. No company is required to pay you a livable wage. What they are required you to do is pay you the minimum wage, at least, or pay what you are worth, right? But you are required to make sure that that is a livable wage. And see, how is $15 an hour a livable wage if we're going to generalize it when some people have bigger households and that $15 wouldn't even do anything for them? So here we go again, back to how we're expecting people to pay us, make sure we have a livable wage. That is your responsibility to know how much money you need to cover your expenses in your house and to live your life and to retire. It's not the government's responsibility. It's yours. You're supposed to know that based on your skills, this is what you're going to get. And that's it. Go and get more skills. Go and start creating. Some of you guys have talents that you're not utilizing. And I'm not talking about rapping. And even if you are singing, you can sing. If you're a singer, you can even create an Instagram and just do singing happy birthday cards. Singing Evites or e-birthday cards. Figure it out. You can happy birthday to you. And it could be in a beautiful voice. Somebody paid $34 for a signature happy birthday song. $50, maybe even $100, maybe $200. For a signature birthday song, you sing, how many times you sing in the bathroom? Do that 8 times, you made what? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. 1,200 in 3 hours. So yeah, guys, just strive to be your best. That's all I ask. Stop making excuses, guys. And if you're new to my platform, fully understand that I do not make excuses, not for you, not for me, not for my children, not for anyone that's around me. If you're wrong, you're wrong. If you're not working hard, you're not working hard. If you're not doing your best, you're not doing your best. If you're not praying, you're not praying. If you're not faithful, you're not faithful. I'm just a straight person and I'm just very honest and I just look at life. I'm such an optimist, but I'm a realist. I'm an idealist. I'm all of that in one. So the reality is all that you're talking, it doesn't work for me. Don't fly. Because especially when you know my background, I've been without, I struggled. I remember when I only could buy my kids thrift store clothes. That's how bad I struggled, y'all. I couldn't even, and this might even make me want to even cry. I couldn't even afford regular clothes. And you guys think that I'm sitting here asking for the government for a livable wage, and I couldn't even pay for my kids to have clothes because I was sacrificing building my company. and I had to buy them thrift store clothes. But did anybody know I was thrift store shopping for my kids? No, I'm just telling you guys now. And the reason I'm telling you guys now is because I want you guys to see full circle, like the sacrifices it takes sometimes. But y'all want to wear Louis Vuitton at the startup phase. You cannot. Louis Vuitton come after. So now I don't have to thrift store shop anymore. Luckily enough, I always been a thrifter. You know what I'm saying? I always loved thrifting because I always got unique pieces from thrifting. I always liked the thrifting. But there's a difference between when thrifting is a choice and then thrifting is a requirement. Thrifting became a requirement for me at some point in my life for years while I was building my company and while I was sacrificing. So for all of you that is making excuses for this $15 an hour minimum wage, get up off of yourself. Stop making excuses for yourself and just be your best. Look yourself in the mirror and ask yourself, am I doing good today? Did I do my best? Because that's what I tell my kids all the time. Did you do your best? As long as it was your best. They be like, yeah, Mom, I did my best. I struggle hard in that. And I'm like, okay, well, if you're struggling, then you need to work a little bit more at it. That's how you get better. I don't let them settle at they struggle. So why would I let grown adults tell me you're going to accept $15 an hour and I won't even allow my 11-year-old and my 5-year-old to make an excuse and not try their best the next day and the next time? So guys, I have to go. My kids are enjoying it. They like, oh, Mommy, give us a whole extra hour to sleep. I got to go. Good night, guys. I love you guys so much. I'll see you guys next week. I don't even know what the topic is. I don't even think I did today's topic, but we out. Bye, guys.
Thank you for listening to The Money Zone on your favorite streaming site. Make sure you tell a friend and a family member about The Money Zone because you were inspired and hopefully motivated to get your finances in order. So definitely tell a friend and leave us a review.